Hello everyone, my name is Tobias Sjögren and I will teach you how to change the carburetor head nozzle on a moped. Alright, let's start with the work area. You can pretty much be anywhere when you do this, but I recommend being in a garage, which makes when you drop things easier to find. Alright, here is the list of tools you will need. You will need a main nozzle set, a large screwdriver, small screwdriver, and a hex key size 4 and 5. First of all, a warning. Gasoline evaporates really quickly, which means that if you pour that on your skin, it will make the skin cold because it will release all the heat from the actual area. Alright, time to start doing the actual business. Alright, when you look at your moped, you should see a small box sitting behind the carburetor, which is centered on the screen at the moment. You will now see an image of all the screws you need to remove. First of all, you need to remove the green screws, which are for the airbox lid. And then you need to remove the red screws, which hold the airbox in place. When you have removed the airbox lid screws, which is size 4, it should look something like this. Next up, you want to remove the little rubber sealing that is around the airbox and the carburetor, which keeps them in connection. Once you have removed the airbox, it should look something like this. Alright, next up you want to remove the carburetor from the intake. It is a small red screw marked on the screen at the moment. Once you have removed the carburetor from the intake, you should see a small hose leading down to the bottom of the carburetor and down to the bottom of the moped. Remove that one from the little clip. At this moment it would be a good idea to make sure that the surface is clean and that you can catch little things that might fall out. Therefore you should lay a paper towel below the carburetor, just to keep it clean. Next up you should place a bottle in the hose and open the screw with a larger screwdriver. This will remove all the gasoline inside the carburetor at the moment so it doesn't fall out on your skin. Alright, once you have removed the gasoline from the carburetor, you will want to remove the bottom part of the carburetor with those two screws marked on the screen. Alright, first of all a warning. When you remove the cap, make sure that the white little part that is loose inside is kept up. Otherwise, a small little pin will fall out and it will drop the white part and it will be difficult to find the pin again. And that makes the carburetor not function properly. Alright, once you have a finger on the little white part, you want to unscrew the head nozzle, which I point the screw at the moment. This is how the head nozzle looks like. Once you have removed the old head nozzle, you will insert a new one. Just screw it back in place with the fingers and then tighten it up with the screwdriver. Alright, then you need to screw back the two screws to the cap back on. Make sure to get the direction correct. It's only 180 degrees that you could put it wrong, so it's easy to remember how it should be sitting. Alright, next up you need to connect the carburetor back to the intake. You will see two small little rubber steerings in the rubber, which will cause the carburetor to stay still and not turn around if it's loose. You should also see a small metal piece on the intake of the carburetor, which is where it's supposed to slide in. Next up you just screw the carburetor back into the intake and then you go back to the airbox. Place the airbox in on the rubber connection and screw the 3 red screws back in. Then you put the lid back on and then you're ready to go. Alright, this was a guide made by Tobias Sjögren. Hope you have a good day. Bye.